We can do a burger review while this is going. Hi, I'm Michael. Welcome to the Classic Car Club. This is another video that we're doing with our friends at GYEON on how to wash a car properly. Today we're going to talk about maximum impact with 1 hour's worth of time. How to make your car bead. The more a car beads water, sort of an indicator that there's a really nice protective coat on that paint and on that glass. Normally, I think of waxer that I got to plug in and make sure that the cord isn't all over the car and it's an all-day affair. We're going to do it on this. One of my favorite cars in the fleet, 1989 Mercedes-Benz 190E Cosworth. You know, she's an old gal. 1989 was a long time ago. Remember that song, Buffalo Stance, Nina Cherry? You know, it's lovely. Look at it. It's smaller than modern day cars. It's a DTM race legend. The mirrors are asymmetrical. One wiper, houndstooth interior. We just imported it from a fine chap in the Netherlands. It came clean. You can see it's clean, but it had like some products on it. We don't really know what those were, so we just cleaned all that stuff off. And now what we have is a good, clean, bare car. Probably like the nicer car you have in your garage, right? The one that you drive on weekends, you keep it clean. You want to get out of the house, you want to get out of doing the dishes, doing the laundry. You tell the significant other, I got something I got to do in the garage, I got an hour. Here we are. We're going to learn this lesson. Stay tuned. Cars from 1989, so we did a little bit of a 1989 infomercial thing. I literally cut the car in half with some painter's tape. Shane is going to show us how to use two great products. Jeff's going to show us how they work. One of them is wax. That's the name of it. It's just called wax. And the other one is Quick View. So like we said, an hour. We're going to apply it to one half of this car to show you how it'll bead the water. It'll give it a nice glow, good depth in the paint, and it doesn't take too much time at all. Half of that hour is actually just sitting around waiting for it to work.
Waiting for it to dry.
So you can do other stuff.
Yeah, exactly that. I think it's the two most bang for your buck products in the line. All right. Really cool traditional Carnauba wax and a glass sealant.
So we're starting with a car that's totally dry, clean, like it would be in your garage. So you have your deodorant.
So the key to this and using this foam applicator is going on nice, even, and thin. So you don't need this big, thick, kind of cakey layer of wax. You know, 3 or 4 stripes across that foam applicator is going to be plenty. And I like
and that's dry as well.
Yes, yeah, everything's dry.
Cool. That's actually not a lot of product. That's all you would use.
Yeah, you want nice, thin layer. So exactly that. Dab out a couple spots. You can go straight line. You can go circles. You just want a nice thin layer of wax.
So you can do circles if you want. Now normally if you're just washing, if you're doing like a straight wash, you want to wash in a linear fashion so you don't get swirls, right?
Correct. Yeah, but something like this, there's no contaminant, it's smooth, it's got the wax.
Soft, it's a coating.
Yep. And I'd be in here with kind of nice, tight circles. And we do circles because you get the most even layer possible.
You know, I find that to be so irritating.
Yeah.
When like you clean a car and then you work on the black plastics, and you get that on the paint and it leaves a mark.
Yep.
And so then you clean it off. My OCD goes crazy.
Yep.
And then I decide I'm not going to do it anymore.
And we're done. The detailing's no longer for you. Oh, windshield wiper splashers, you don't know, no worries. If a little product gets on there, it comes off easy.
And then you just want a nice light haze, right? You put too much on and then you're just working really hard to get it off.
Exactly that. The more you cake up, the more removal. You can apply this to the whole car, go to dinner, wake up tomorrow, and remove it. And that's the great thing about wax. Yeah, you don't have the timetables you do with coatings or certain sealants, so a good, high-quality, traditional Carnauba wax, drop it on, do the entire car, give it a good 20 minutes.
I saw a guy last month on the BQE, and he was in an SUV, and the whole thing was white, covered in wax.
He forgot a section.
I guess he only had 30 minutes.
So that's it, man. You let it sit, let it dry, and we'll remove it in about 20 minutes. Right. So we can get into our Quick View. So Quick View is a glass sealant, right? It's a rain repellent, and it's really designed for better visibility in poor weather. So it's going to evacuate rain, evacuate snow, contaminant, aid the windshield wipers so you don't get that big flat kind of run. The glass has been prepped. Just like the wax, we just want a nice thin layer. Felt applicator comes in the packaging that kind of soaks the product in. 4 or 6 months durability, you know, a little less in the harsher conditions.
You could actually use your windshield wipers a lot less, so you're doing less scratching and less...
That becomes the new game. Let that sit 20 minutes. Anywhere from 5 to 20, I like a longer sit time. The product just comes off a bit easier once it's had some time to go, so.
That took a total of 2 minutes, so that's a good amount of time to have a hamburger.
Sounds good to me.
Where's the best burger you've ever had? Outside of the Classic Car Club, of course.
Classic Car Club. That's a great question. I don't know if I have the answer.
It smells nice.
Cheeseburgers?
No, you guys smell cheeseburger.
I smell like cheeseburger.
So, Carnauba smells nice.
Yeah.
Skin products.
Right, feeling like I had a burger.
It was about 20 minutes. Nice and hazy.
Yep, nice and dry.
Not too thick.
Nope.
A little thick here. We got a little thick there.
Yeah, see where it gets kind of dense and white? And no issue in what's happening, just the wipe off is going to be a little thicker, a little grabbier than necessary. White towel comes in the wax kit that Shane's got. As you mentioned, you got kind of a tight knit side. I'd fold that over one more time. And I like this first one to kind of be the size of my hand so you can kind of break that edge of the wax and keep it moving. Then he's got a soft wipe on his shoulder just to pick up that last remaining residue. So this should be super easy, super dry. And you can go circles, you can go kind of back and forth. And do you feel the slickness of that finish as you're kind of popping that off?
Yeah. And then I always shake it out, fold it again.
It's another good point, man. It's really not dusty as like a traditional carnauba, right? You're not
it's
having
not
this
actually,
excess
you're right.
kind of
Back of the hand. Ooh.
How's that? Dude.
Oh, look, there's a
that's
massive,
something.
you know, you'd expect massive difference.
Do a light layer with the soft wipe just to pick up any residue, you know, that was kind of sitting around.
It really is low effort.
Yeah.
Which is my most favorite kind of satisfaction.
Yeah, and the wax lasts longer than you think and does a really good job of protection. This is fun, right? There's no downside. You can't mess this up. You know, you don't have to be intimidated by this process. It really is just wipe it on, wipe it off.
I'm satisfied just watching Shane do it.
Yep.
And
Quick
then the
view.
window.
Same process, but we're gonna use a damp towel to pull this off. Something fun.
What was that? What was
Something
that?
fun. 1, 2, 3, go.
Sounded
Probably a Durango.
Yeah. Again, we use a damp bald wipe to take quick view off.
Right, and you said that shocks the glass to a certain extent?
Yeah, well, you're just breaking down this this product, and the damp cloth does it a bit easier. I'll kind of wipe down with the soft wipe. And
would you use that on the inside of the window too? You know, inside windows, especially on older cars, get hazy from the sun kind of baking the dashboard and the gas.
Sure. This product is really about repellency.
Right.
You can use like an anti-fog type of product in there. Really, the inside is just keeping it clean, which is the hardest, especially on windshields. Quick view, on and off, wax, on and off.
That's too easy.
80s water bead test.
80s water bead test. We get to yank our tape line off and
I'm excited. So
see,
should we
see how we've done.
All right, let's do it. There you have it.
Windshield.
It's running.
running.
It has legs.
Yeah. And aside from just look cool, when we talk about protection, flat water, right, lets contaminant stay on the surface, get into the pores, and bond. So we want beading because it shows us that that surface is ready to reject during contaminant. So protects the clear coat, doesn't let contaminant get into the pores, easy wash maintenance. Flat water lets contaminant sit, terrible wash maintenance.
Yeah.
Sure.
And that's going to lead to water spots too.
For sure.
But this side, quick little wash up. From an hour per beading ratio, wildly satisfying.
Wildly satisfying.
Cool.
Yep.
So that's it. You have 1 hour, you have some chores you don't want to do, and you have to come up with an excuse. Get yourself some wax, get yourself some quick view, get maximum beading, maximum satisfaction. It's good for mental health and your car. Give yourself 1 hour, get some wax, get some clear view.
Quick view.